Hello friends, let us now learn some important points about lipids. Lipids are also a type of biomolecules. These lipids are actually water insoluble. This you can tell it by an experiment. If you take a water in the beaker and if you pour oil over this water, the oil floats in the water instead of dissolving in water, right? Because oil is a lipid and it is water insoluble. So, we have different types of lipids. Among them, we have simple lipids and also complex lipids. Lipids can also be called as fatty acids. That is simple fatty acids and complex fatty acids. So, what is fatty acid actually? Fatty acid is a carboxyl group which is attached to R group. That means this is the carboxyl group. To this, if you attach this R group, then this is called as a fatty acid. So this is carboxyl group. To this carboxyl group, this is R. That means alkane chain. If this is attached, then we call it as a simple amino acid. This R group can be methane, methyl group, or it can be ethyl group, or it can be any carbon chain. It can contain 16 amino acids or 20 amino acids or any number of amino acids. Okay, if this R group is something which contains 16 carbon atoms, then we call it as palmitic acid. 16 carbon atoms including carboxyl group. That means if R has only 15 carbon atoms, that means, see, if R has, this is like this, we have 15 carbon atoms. To this chain, if carboxyl group is attached, so as a whole, this palmitic acid has 16 carbon atoms. Then we call it as palmitic acid. Palmitic acid is a fatty acid containing 16 carbon atoms. Then if a fatty acid contains 20 carbon atoms, then that is named as arachidonic acid. Arachidonic acid is a simple fatty acid. It is not an amino acid. It is a fatty acid containing 20 carbon atoms. That means I'll just write the structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this whole chain is a fatty acid which is containing 20 carbon atoms. The hydrogens, all those, you don't need to know the structure. This is just for understanding I have drawn. So you have 20 carbon atoms along with the carboxyl group. So that is arachidonic acid. Right. Then we have one more type. There is a classification where fatty acids can be divided into saturated fatty acids and unsaturated fatty acids. Unsaturated fatty acids are those fatty acids which have no double bond. That means if they do not have this carbon, double bond carbon, then we call it as, if this is not there, then we call it as saturated fatty acids. If the fatty acid chain has this carbon, double bond carbon in its chain, then we call it as unsaturated fatty acids. Right? Now, then we have one more simple amino acid which is called as glycerol. Glycerol is called as trihydroxypropane. this is glycerol. Glycerol is trihydroxypropane. That means, what is propane? Propane is something containing 3 carbon atoms. So for this, if you add the hydroxyl groups, okay, so this is trihydroxypropane, right? 3 hydroxyl groups. Hydroxyl is hydrogen and oxygen. So this is an hydroxyl group. To this, carbon is attached. So for all the 3 propane, for all the 3 valencies, we have hydroxyl groups attached. So for completing the valency, this is CH2, sorry, CHCOOH. This is again CHCOOH. So this is glycerol, which is trihydroxypropane. This is also one of the example of simple lipid, right? Then to this glycerols, so this glycerol is a simple lipid, and even the fatty acids which we have seen. See, if you remember, I have said fatty acids are those containing a R group with functional group, and acid, carboxylic acid, has a functional group. In fatty acid, we have carboxylic acid has functional group and R is the side chain, right? Then what about glycerol? Glycerol is a propane. If to this propane 3 hydroxyl groups are added, then we call it as glycerol, right? Now, so both these are simple lipids, right? In our body, these glycerol and fatty acids exist together. They both combine together and form different compounds. See, if a glycerol is combined with one fatty acid, a glycerol can be combined with, can be esterified with one fatty acid or 2 fatty acids or 3 fatty acids. That is monoglycerides, diglycerides and triglycerides. That means I am just showing you the example of this. See, this is the glycerol molecule, right? The same molecule I have written here. This is the CH2. I'm really sorry. Valencies should be 4, right? For carbon, I forgot that. So this is the glycerol molecule. To this glycerol, I am adding only one fatty acid. This is the fatty acid. And this is glycerol. Now, the hydroxyl group of the glycerol combines. Okay, I'll write it again in the next page. It becomes easier. Okay. See, this. Okay, CH2OH, CHOH, CH2OH. This is glycerol, right? This is propane. To this propane, we are adding 3 hydroxyl groups, right? To this, if this is the fatty acid, right? This is fatty acid. This is glycerol, right? So, first I have added only one fatty acid to the glycerol. Then this hydrogen will combine with this OH and it forms water and is released. And this carbon will combine with this CH2 group. So if you see the same thing, if I write the reaction here, it is something like this. See, this is the normal glycerol molecule, right? So to this oxygen, this H and OH are released as water, right? These are released as water. Now this CO will be attached here, okay? Or this can be written as like this, C double bond O R. What is this group? This is an ester group, right? RCOOR. If you remember, this is an ester. So when one fatty acid combines with glycerol, it forms an ester functional group, and this is called as monoglyceride. Okay. Now, to this monoglyceride, I am again adding one more fatty acid. So So I will write the same see, we have seen this monoglyceride, right? I will write this same monoglyceride again. CH2O, C double bond OR, CHOH, CH2OH. What is this? This is a monoglyceride. To this monoglyceride, if you add one more fatty acid, that means this is one more fatty acid, right? But this time we are doing reaction with the second carbon, right? So this fatty acid is reacting with the second carbon, and even here this water is lost, and again the same reaction will occur. This is the first normal chain, CH2OH. Here to this oxygen, this COR gets attached. So C double bond OR. See, this RCOOH is RC double bond OH, right? So because this is lost, this C double bond O is attached here. Okay, what is this? Here we have two fatty acid groups, right? These are ester functional group. So we have two esters. So this is called as diglyceride. These are diglycerides. Then we have, if we add one more fatty acid to this, that is third fatty acid. Now this third fatty acid will now again this hydrogen will combine with OH, that is hydroxyl group, and it is released as water. Okay, now this one will combine with the third carbon and it forms the similar one. See, this is O and this is C double bond O and R, right? So this is called as triglyceride. You did not need to know these structures, but I have told you just for you to understand. So we have monoglycerides, we have diglycerides, we have triglycerides, which are formed from the fatty acid and the glycerol molecules. Right? Next, in the lipids we have two things. If you see, lipids are made up of two things again. Lipids can be either fats or they can be oils. So what does these mean? One lipid or one molecule can exist either as fat and also oil. Okay. If you see, the oils have low melting point, whereas the fats have high melting point. Okay, what is melting point? Melting point is that temperature at which the solids can be converted to liquids. See, the best example for this oil is ghee. If you see ghee, when you heat the ghee, it will be in liquid form. When you cool the ghee, you will see it as solid form. So even in room temperature, especially if you see in summers, the ghee, how does it is? In summers, you see the ghee to be in liquid form. In winters, you see the ghee to be in solid form. So this is an example of oil. Because oils have low melting point, so even in room temperature, that is especially in summers, you can see ghee to be present in liquid form rather than in solid form. Similarly, oils also, the oils which we use for puja and everything, even that oil in winter you see in winter even oil is in solid form, whereas in summer it is in liquid forms. That is the difference in fats and oils. Then we have something called as phospholipids also. What are these phospholipids? Phospholipids, see, we have told lipids, right? If to this lipids, if phosphorus is added, do you remember phosphorus is an element in the periodic table with 16 has atomic number and 32 has mass, right? So this phosphorus, if you add to this lipid, then we call it as phospholipids. You do not need to know the structure, but the example is lecithin. Lecithin is an example of phospholipids. That is, if phosphorus is added to the lipids, then we call it as phospholipids. See, this lecithin, where is it present? It is present in the cell membrane. If you remember, our cells contain nucleus and the cytoplasm, and they are surrounded by cell membrane. On this cell membrane, we find this lecithin. Right? So this is important points about the lipids. Thank you for watching my lecture. Thank you.